Hey guys, welcome back. As you can see, Gengar's with me here again. Woo! But today we're gonna be talking about The Long Walk. I thought it was Long Walk. It's The Long Walk. I'm so excited to talk about this movie. When I first saw the trailer, I was so interested, and the main reason why, besides it just being a Stephen King novel, but how simple this story is. Just like, okay, so what this is about, it's a group of teenage boys that compete in an annual contest known as the Long Walk, in which they must maintain a certain walking speed or get shot. Simple story that you have to keep maintaining a certain pace throughout the whole um event, or they die. What a great, like, simple concept that grabs a viewer's attention. And then, just speaking of tension alone throughout the whole movie, great. This movie is also directed by Francis Lawrence, and he made all the Hunger Games movies, or starting from Catching Fire and then beyond. And then he also did Constantine as well. So when I was kind of nervous to see, I'm like, oh man, like, how is it like he's gonna step into like Long Walk and see how it goes? And overall, he did a great job in this movie, as well as like keeping tension throughout this whole movie, because for something about this is like it's such an easy grab of like, okay, like, here you go, here's what's gonna happen, and you don't know how much like tension and like stress you would have throughout this movie, but you definitely feel it, especially the moment it starts. Right away you're in it. You're introduced to like several characters and you care about them so much, just because of the way that they each introduced, how they basically talk to one another throughout this whole movie. And for a movie being like an hour 50, it goes by fast. And the amount of walking that they do, or guys, I'm gonna spoil this one. It was over 300 miles, and I was just thinking, oh, every mile is 100 calories burned. Basically, if you guys didn't know, that's like every mile is like 100 calories being burned, and so that's like over 30,000 calories that they're burning. And I was just thinking, oh my god, they're starving. But I don't know. It's like these little details that they would add throughout the movie, where it's like, oh, that character is too, like, you know what they say, like, heavy guys will be slower, and or it's like, oh, that guy seems super fit. He's gonna win. He's gonna last. And it's just like these little things that would add up, like, would make each character so unique and different, but so interesting. And just seeing how they basically beat this contest, but they're also against one another. And it's all about brotherhood. It's about how much you're willing to like sacrifice and keep going for your insanity as well. A lot of mental toughness, physical toughness throughout this whole movie, and you definitely see it with each character along the way. But the main two actors in this movie was Cooper Hoffman. I've seen him in Licorice Pizza. Great job. Father is Philip Seymour Hoffman. Great actor. Sad that he passed away. David Johnson also is in this movie. Last thing I saw him in was the new Alien movie, Alien Romulus. That was great. Tut Nyot. I don't think I pronounced that right. I don't think I've seen him in anything. Ben Wang. I have not seen the new Karate Kid movie. He's the main one. I haven't seen him. Garrett Waring. Have not seen him in anything. Charlie Plummer. No. Mark Hamill. Judy Greer. Those are the two people I knew. Awesome. Great. Love to see them. Judy Greer did a great job, especially for the lack of screen time that she had. I'm not gonna lie. She did a great job just portraying like a mother. For Cooper Hoffman's character, Raymond Garady. But also, I love the little number badges that they each have, just because I feel that you can always jump by and like see who really cares about the as like the actual person, or they're just a number. And eventually, it's like they're all numbers, but eventually, they start to care about one another through this experience that they're having with one another. So it was just a great thing to see. But Mark Hamill, he plays the major, and he's basically the one in charge of this whole event. He's been doing it for years. Speaking of that, too, this whole thing, when it came to the long walk, the little details about this event that's been happening for years is also great. And that you see it based on like little signs that would happen throughout the movie, where it's like there was like a sign saying congratulations, you made it 100 miles, but it's so dirty and like worn out throughout the year. So it just makes you think that, is this even something that's so eventful anymore, or is it something that people just have to go through in order to get like to win the prize? Apparently, win the prize, and the prize is like it's two things: money, riches, and then the other thing is like a wish. You can wish for anything. And that was one little thing that I liked about this movie too, where it's like you definitely get to see what everyone else is like, what they want out of this prize. And with that, um it definitely added more character growth, especially for how many characters were in this movie. And I thought this movie was really great. I think it's kind of sad to see this movie isn't getting a lot of attention nor making a lot of money, but I do think that it's worth your time and it's worth seeing in theaters, guys. And honestly, I hope you guys like give it some support once it hits digital at home. But definitely an underrated movie, and some movies that are being skipped over, because I think Demon Slayer is making breaking records, honestly, which totally makes sense. I totally get it. But this movie is definitely worth watching in theaters, especially if I got to see it with a crowd, because there's such an emotional aspect with this movie that I did not expect it to have. So many great lines. I think my favorite line from this movie was that what's this character actor's name? Oh, David Johnson. He was like number 23 when he said to Cooper Hoffman's character 47. It's like, you've been walking for 5 days, I've been walking my whole life. And I was like, ooh, okay, writing great. I see that now. But I'm so excited to see David Johnson in like other film or like TV shows. I definitely, anytime now, I'm like eager to see him what he does next, just because I think he's such a powerful actor, and he's such a good range, and I'm curious to see if he works well with so many other people along the way. But overall, this movie was great. Long Walk. I definitely recommend seeing it. If not in theaters, please watch at home. I want more people to watch this movie specifically. I think this movie is great. So, other than that, guys, let me know if you guys seen it. Comment down below, like, subscribe, whatever you guys want to do. I don't care. But I'll see you guys next time.